You lived an entire life before the age of 3. You were born. You opened your eyes for the first time. You heard your mother's voice. You tasted food. You took your first steps. You spoke your first word. And you remember none of it, not a single second. Why? Most people think the answer is obvious. You were too young. Your brain wasn't developed enough. Case closed. Except that's not what happened. In fact, your baby brain was recording far more than you realize. The memories were there. Then they vanished. Scientists call this phenomenon infantile amnesia, and for more than a century, researchers have been trying to solve one of the strangest mysteries of human life. Why does every person on Earth lose the first years of their story? Here's what's strange. Babies can remember. In the 1980s, psychologist Carolyn Rovi Collier conducted a simple experiment. She tied a ribbon from a baby's ankle to a mobile hanging above a crib. When the baby kicked, the mobile moved. Very quickly, the babies figured it out. Kick, movement, and they loved it. Days later, researchers brought the same babies back. The moment they saw the mobile, they started kicking. They remembered. Even infants only a few months old could form memories. So if babies can remember, where did those memories go? For years, scientists thought the answer was simple. The memory system wasn't fully developed. And that's partly true. Deep inside your brain is a structure called the hippocampus. It's responsible for turning experiences into lasting memories. A birthday, a conversation, a rainy afternoon. The hippocampus helps preserve those moments. But in infants, this system is still under construction. The necessary connections haven't fully formed yet, so early memories are fragile. But that's only half the story, because in 2014, neuroscientists discovered something unexpected. Your baby brain may have forgotten because it was growing too fast. During the first years of life, your brain creates new neurons at an extraordinary rate, millions upon millions of new connections, new pathways, new circuits. The brain is literally building itself, but every renovation has a cost. As new neurons are added, old connections are disrupted, and those old connections are where memories live. Researchers tested this idea in animals. When they increased neuron growth, memory got worse. When they slowed neuron growth, memory lasted longer. The conclusion was shocking. Your earliest memories weren't erased because your brain was weak. They were erased because your brain was busy becoming what it is today. The same process that built your mind may have destroyed your first memories. But there's an even stranger possibility. To remember something, you need more than memory. You need a self. Think about it. Every memory you have features the same main character, you. But babies don't fully recognize themselves as separate individuals until around 2 years of age. Before that, there are sights, sounds, emotions, experiences, but there may not yet be a stable sense of me. And if there's no narrator, who is the story being told to? Then comes language. Before words, your world existed as raw sensation, a face, a sound, a feeling, a voice in the dark. But language gives experiences structure. It turns moments into stories, and stories are easier to remember. Without language, experiences are like water poured onto the ground. They exist, then they disappear. So what really happened to your earliest years? Your memory system wasn't finished. Your sense of self hadn't fully formed. Your language hadn't arrived, and your brain was constantly rebuilding itself from the inside out. It wasn't one thing, it was everything. Every human being who has ever lived has gone through this. Every one of us has a missing chapter at the beginning of our story, a life we lived but can never remember. And perhaps the strangest part is this. The reason you can't remember being a baby isn't that your brain wasn't working, it's that it was doing something far more important. It was becoming you. And to create the person you are today, it had to erase the person who came before.